There is a really smart person watching this video right now, and they've been posting on Instagram for 3 years. They have 20,000 followers and they're consistent. They show up every day and they have almost nothing to show for it financially. If that's you or it feels a little too close to home, this video is going to show you exactly why social media is quietly destroying your business and what to do instead starting today, because this isn't a content problem. It's not a niche problem. It's not even a strategy problem. Listen, social media is not free marketing. It's actually costing you more than you know. And it's why we built a strategy that's helped thousands of people turn what they know into highly profitable businesses without having to rely on social media for revenue. And if you're sitting there thinking, but I need social media to grow, you don't. You just need a system that actually converts. So I'm gonna break this down in real time and show you a simpler model that you can use immediately to build a business that doesn't depend on algorithms. And this matters now more than ever because the platforms are changing so fast. And most people are stuck playing a game that was never designed for them to actually win. We call it the content trap, a psychologically engineered loop that keeps experts visible but not profitable. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how it works and how to get out of it for good. But before we get into this, if you want the step-by-step system for building a business that doesn't depend on social media, comment business plan below this video and we'll send you the link to access our Knowledge Bank business plan. It's completely free and it will walk you through how to implement this step by step. All right, so you might be thinking, wow, this sounds a little dramatic. And I want to say this off the bat, social media isn't destroying your business in a dramatic way. It's doing it slowly, quietly, under the radar, in a way that's really easy to miss until years have gone by. It is destroying your time. So every hour you spend writing captions, filming stories, responding to comments, obsessing over metrics, that is an hour you didn't spend building something that compounds. So it's attracting potentially the wrong audience. When you create content for engagement, so things like reach and shares and likes and blah, 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 you're ultimately optimizing for attention, not for buyers or customers. Those are two completely different audiences. And it starts to slowly erode your authority. And this is what I mean by that. So when you're producing a high volume of fast, short content, you're training your audience to consume you in teeny tiny little bites, which feels like visibility. But it's actually the opposite of authority. So authority is what happens when someone sits with you for 20, 30 minutes and trusts you deeply. That doesn't happen in a short or a reel, because short form content, things like reels and TikToks and tweets, it's consumed while people are killing time. They're not necessarily in a buying mindset. And long form content is a completely different beast. When someone commits 20, even 10, 30, 60 minutes to watch your YouTube video, they're invested. They're ultimately there because they have a problem they need to solve. They have intent, and that leads to buying. So they are a buyer. That is what we call deep viewing. And deep viewing is what builds the kind of trust that actually converts. So the slow destruction of social media isn't the platform's fault. It's the design. It was built to keep your audience on the platform, not to send them to your business. And when you understand that, you stop being the victim of it and you start making vastly different choices. And one of those choices is what we call creating algorithm authority. So that puts you in charge of attracting the right people on autopilot with less work and much higher ROI, meaning return on your investment of time and energy and effort. So I'm gonna get into that in detail and how you actually create that later in the video. But before we get into that, I wanna talk about something called follower illusion. So your follower count can feel like this asset, but it's not. So for most people, it actually can become a liability. And this is why. A follower count costs time to maintain. This is actually very embarrassing to admit, but when I was at the height of using social media, I was spending 3 hours a day on average on my phone. That is 21 hours a week, losing almost a full day of my life every week on my phone. Why am I sharing that? Because the algorithm demands constant output to stay visible. One Instagram post is dead in 48 hours, if that. One well-built YouTube video can generate leads for years. That's not an opinion, that's just the ROI gap. And most people never actually calculate it. But there's something even scarier that's happening behind the scenes. So social media platforms are deliberately designed, you know this, to create psychological dependency. You get hooked on the dopamine hit of likes and shares and comments, thinking they are business metrics, when they're actually just engagement metrics. Again, not the same thing. We see this all the time. You can have tens of thousands of followers and a teensy tiny little fraction ever sees your content, right? So the fraction that sees it, an even smaller fraction of that, is actually ready to buy and be a client or a customer. And yet that number feels like proof of something, and that is the illusion. I want you to just think about the math for a second, okay? So Brandon's a real estate expert, started with fewer than 100 subscribers when we started working together, and he generated over $1 million, his first million, with just 3,500 subscribers. Not because he went viral, because he was creating high value, specific content for the exact right audience. Every view was worth something. And that's what we call dollar per view. And it has nothing to do with your total follower count. So you need to stop measuring your business by a metric that the platform invented to keep you posting. You want to start measuring by what actually matters. How many of the right people are watching? How many are converting? That is your real number that matters. And that brings me to a very important point. The more time that you spend building a social media presence, the harder it is to walk away, even when the data shows you that it isn't working. It's not a personal failure. It's a feature of how the platform was actually designed. We call it the sunk cost trap. So the more you've invested into something, time, energy, identity even, the harder it is to change course, even when changing course is obviously the right move. And truthfully, it's what kept me from quitting social media for such a long time. But the minute that I did, there was no negative impact on my business. It was only positive. And social media platforms benefit from this. So every year that you stay, every post that you publish, every follower you accumulate, it makes leaving feel a lot scarier. And I get it. And I just want to name the other part of this that no one really talks about. Your social media following feels like proof that you are credible. It feels like I'm an authority. But here's what we've learned. A highly engaged audience of the right 500 people is worth infinitely more than 100,000 followers who scroll past you. The trap isn't just that social media doesn't work. The trap is that it's designed to make you feel like it does. So Marguerite and Dixon are two immigration attorneys who worked with us. And before we started working together, they were stuck. They were trading hours for dollars, case by case, and completely capped on income. So they implemented a different model, one that shifted from short form social media to strategic long form YouTube content. And the results happened fairly quickly. So Marguerite actually told me directly, she said, with short form content, after 2 days, our videos would stop generating views. They were just gone from the algorithm. But with YouTube and this approach, our videos kept generating views month after month, customers and leads. And we have videos that continue to bring in clients long after we publish them. And they ended up replacing both of their full-time attorney salaries with their online education business. So working half the time, but having a much bigger reward. That's not an anomaly. That's what happens when you stop feeding a platform that doesn't serve you and start building an asset that actually does. So as somebody who spent 13 years working in social media and being on the platforms and now has been off of them for 2 years, leaving the sunk cost trap isn't about abandoning what you built. It's actually about redirecting that investment to something that compounds instead of expires. So one YouTube video that keeps generating leads for 2 years is not equivalent to 2 years of daily Instagram posts that disappear after, on a good day, 48 hours. The math is just not even close. So social media requires this constant output to stay visible. YouTube doesn't. That difference compounds over time. We call that compound expertise. And most people, again, they never stop to calculate what it actually is costing them. So the content treadmill oftentimes looks like this. Post, get some reach, stop posting, lose reach, post again. It never ends. You're not creating these assets, you're just renting visibility. And the moment you stop paying with your time and energy, the visibility disappears. And if you compare that to this, single well-optimized YouTube video, that video is searchable. It's discoverable. It works while you sleep. People come to YouTube with a problem they need to solve. They type it in the search bar. They find you, they find your video. And because they're actively searching, they have high intent, they are warm. That's a fundamentally different kind of traffic and a different kind of lead. And that's what we call peaceful marketing. Focused, purposeful, completely manageable, not pressure marketing, which is what social media usually demands. So Alex and Beth are a husband and wife team who coach cleaning business owners. And before working with us, they had a coaching program, but it was entirely dependent on paid advertising. So Alex actually told me we had to take time each and every day to look at the metrics of those paid ad campaigns and make sure they were actually profitable. It was exhausting. So when they shifted their strategy, they didn't end up posting more. They actually went to posting once a month, one video a month on their YouTube channel, laser focused on one specific audience with one specific problem. And they went from roughly 30K per month to 100K per month in revenue. Not because they worked harder, because they stopped renting visibility and they started owning it and directing their traffic to an email list, which again, they own. Before we move on, be sure to comment business plan below this video and we'll send you the link to access our Knowledge Bank business plan on demand so you can start putting into action, creating a business that does not depend on social media. So the question is not, how do I get more reach on social media? Which so many people come to me and ask, and they come to us and ask that question. And it's the wrong question to ask. The question has to be, am I actually building something that works for me when I'm not working? And if the answer is no, you're on a treadmill. But the good news is you can choose to get off the treadmill anytime. So when it comes to building an audience online, there are really only two ways to operate. You can operate as a creator, where the algorithm becomes your boss, or you can operate as a business owner where you become the boss of the algorithm. Clearly, I like this side better. Those are not the same thing. And which one you choose determines everything. So here's what most people don't understand about how algorithms actually work. The algorithm doesn't reward effort. It actually doesn't even really reward consistency, even though you're told that. It doesn't reward showing up every day. It actually rewards clarity. Specifically, it rewards knowing exactly where to categorize you. And that categorization is based entirely on two things: who you serve and what you want to be known for. And when the algorithm knows that, it starts working for you. That's when you become the boss. So it finds your ideal clients through its traffic sources. It puts your content in front of them. It brings warm, high intent leads into your world without you having to constantly go out and find them and post all the time. This is what we call algorithm authority. So it's the opposite of chasing trends or dancing for views or posting whatever gets engagement that week. Algorithm authority is built by bringing your earned expertise and knowledge to the platform and creating highly relevant content that solves one specific problem for one specific person. And to do that, you have to own what we call your authority keyword. So you want to think about your authority keyword like the sign outside a physical store, except instead of one street corner, you're placing that sign on the internet's busiest street corners, search results and suggested content feeds. And these are the exact phrases that your ideal clients are already typing into the search bar when they're actually out there looking for a solution. So it's like this magnet for your best and most ideal clients. And when you choose the right keywords and consistently own that specific space, the algorithm then again starts to work in your favor and they know exactly who to send to your content. Your ideal clients find you naturally without you having to constantly promote yourself, without feeding the beast every single day. And your content becomes an evergreen machine, generating cold traffic, bringing in new high intent leads on autopilot with a fraction of the ongoing effort. So I'm going to show you what this looks like in practice. One of our clients, Allison, is a nurse and lactation consultant who helps working moms breastfeed for the first 12 months of their baby's life, myself included. And if she operated like a typical social media creator, she might post general parenting advice, jump on trending audio, or create super broad breastfeeding content just in the hopes of going viral. But as we always say, broad equals broke, specific equals sales. So instead of trying to be everything to every mom, Allison owns her authority keyword, back to work pumping. Anywhere a working mom is searching for help with specific, urgent, stressful problems when it comes to breastfeeding their child, Allison shows up. She's not competing with every parenting creator or mom creator on the internet. And because of that, she's grown her business to just shy of $1 million in revenue, working 25 hours a week as a mom of 3, soon to be 4. And not because she posts the most, because she owns the most important corner of her niche. So you don't need the algorithm to like you. It's never gonna like you back, okay? You need the algorithm to understand you. And the way you make that happen is by getting so specific about who you serve and what problem you solve, so the algorithm has zero choice but to categorize you correctly. So that specificity is the foundation of algorithm authority, and it's what turns your content from a treadmill into a machine that works for you. And this brings us kind of full circle into the final piece of the puzzle here. The transition away from social media is always going to feel super risky. And there's one reason above all others why people just cannot make the move and feel totally trapped by it. And it comes down to not knowing what's actually working. So something almost no one talks about when it comes to the social media trap is that social media makes it nearly impossible to track what's actually converting. You get likes, you get shares, you get reach, but can you tell me which post brought in the last 5 clients? You should be able to. Most people can't. And when you can't see what's actually converting, you can't make smart and strategic decisions. You just keep posting because stopping feels like giving up the only thing that you have. That is not a marketing strategy. That is what we call hope marketing. You're hoping that something's gonna work, throwing spaghetti at the wall. The real reason the content treadmill never ends isn't just that social media demands constant output. It's that without real conversion data, you have no proof that anything is working and no proof that stopping would be safe. So you stay. The shift to peaceful marketing changes this completely, because when you build a system with searchable content and a lead magnet and an email list that you have ownership of, you can actually see the path a person took from stranger to client, and which video found them, which lead magnet converted them, which email sequence moved them to the call. That's not vanity metrics. That's business intelligence. And once you can see it, you can make real decisions that grow your business. You can double down on what's working and cut what isn't. So you build something that compounds instead of guessing indefinitely and staying on that treadmill. And this is what I call tracking impact metrics instead of vanity metrics. Not follower counts, not likes, not reach, but dollar per view, lead magnet conversion rate, email open rates from warm targeted subscribers. How many of the right people are consuming your content? And more importantly, what are they actually doing? What are they doing next? So one of my videos actually generated $178,000 in 5 days. It didn't have the most views on my channel, but the views it had were from exactly the right people who were already searching for the solution that we offer. And the path from that video to revenue was completely traceable. That is the difference between renting visibility and owning a system. So I hit major burnout in 2017. That's part of why I'm so passionate about this. I was 29, healthy, and I ended up in the hospital with all the symptoms of a stroke. It was my wake-up call. And I was running a business that truthfully was running me. And I had no real visibility into what was working. So I was just producing and hoping, and I made decisions without any data to back it up. So I decided to completely shift things around and completely dismantle the way I was doing business and rebuild it. Peace, purpose, and profit being at the center. And that shift has led to building a business that has now done over $35 million in revenue without being on social media, without a booked solid calendar, without guessing. Because when you know what's actually converting, when you can actually see the data, you stop doing everything and start doing the right things. It's so liberating. And the business I have today is not despite walking away from social media, it's because of it. If you can't track it, you can't trust it. And if you can't trust it, you can't scale it, period. So peaceful marketing isn't just about doing less, it's about doing things that are actually measurable, things that give you real information, things that show you exactly where your clients are coming from, and so you can build more of what works and stop doing the things that aren't working. And that's how you finally hop off the treadmill. Not by running harder, but by knowing what you're actually doing, what's working, and where you're going. So I know that this can feel like a lot. I get it. And you do you at the end of the day, right? But maybe it's confirming something that you were suspecting for a while. And maybe it's creating some urgency around a decision that you've kind of been avoiding. Both of those things are totally okay. But what I want you to take away from this is you don't have to keep doing it this way. The experts, the coaches, the consultants that we've watched build the most sustainable, profitable, peaceful businesses, they're almost never the ones with the big social media followings. Oftentimes they don't have a following at all. They're the ones who understood early or maybe eventually that authority is not measured in follower counts. It is measured in proof and transformation. And transformation happens when the right person finds you, not when the algorithm decides to show you to someone who is never gonna be invested or interested in what you do. So this really is about taking ownership versus playing a game of chance. So comment business plan below or click the link in the description to access our Knowledge Bank business plan. We'll send you the link to access it on demand for free, and it'll give you the full roadmap so you can start building something that actually works. And if you want to go even deeper on this to start building, watch this video next. It walks you through our peaceful marketing strategy step by step, the exact system that we use to generate consistent revenue without social media. Based on everything we just covered, I think it's probably the best next step for you. See you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.